Alrighty, ball python YouTube video enjoyers, how we doing today? So, this is another thrilling bi-monthly installment of Snake on Repti-Chip. Hope you enjoy. We're just showing off a few pied type animals from the Pied project today. Pied was something I was never really interested in early on, but the last 2-3 years I've just been more and more fascinated with the potential, and everybody likes pied, so been getting more and more involved with the project. But this is the first pied I ever purchased. Honestly, I totally forget who I actually got this girl from. She's, I think, from 2016. She was like a sketchy Facebook deal back in the day, but I do remember that the guy sold me her as an Enchi pied, but I had initially wanted an Enchi pied because, of course, Enchi usually brings lower whites into the pieds, and I just feel that the lower white the pied is, the more you can emphasize the actual combos that you're trying to achieve with the pied, instead of it just being a super high white animal, like a lot of combo pieds tend to be. But she was sold as an Enchi pied, but as she grew, I realized slowly that she was just, in fact, a really nice, normal, low white pied, which is totally fine. And she's not essential, but I feel like the ratio of whites pieds tend to throw are sort of like polygenic to what the pieds are, so I feel that from what I've produced, my small sample size, that the lower white pieds tend to throw lower white stuff and higher white pieds tend to throw higher white stuff. Not always, but I feel like just after generations of breeding, lower pieds are gonna be producing lower white pieds generations later. But this girl is awesome. I believe she's at about 15 millimeter follicles right now. She was like at 12 with the ultrasound a few weeks ago, so she's probably grown a little, but she's not been paired yet this season. I was gonna pair her to the male Suma Mystic Pied that I've shown off in a couple other videos, I believe. Some of these animals you've seen before, some are brand new, but again, there's only like 6 snakes we're gonna show in this video. She's just starting us off, but she is a wonderful, wonderful animal. It's a little mean, little hissy, but I've had her for years now, and we've gotten to know each other. That male I mentioned has like another month and a half to figure out if he wants to start breeding. I don't really think he's gonna go this season, but if not, she'll probably just have the season off, and we'll try again with that pairing next season, because there's nothing else really over here that I want to breed. Space is limited, of course, and we gotta be particular with what we actually pair. But here she is, nice, normal, low white pied. She is a beauty. Alright, next up are these two sisters that I produced a while back. These are both GHI Cinnamon 100% het pieds. They're both females, obviously, and they are doing wonderful. No complaints. These girls are awesome. This is one of my favorite simple, like, 2-gene GHI combos. You just get the really, really rich darks in there. I like these a little bit better than the GHI Mojaves that have a similar look, but no complaints at all. These girls are growing great. They might be ready to breed either, maybe not next year, but the year after, like a 2024 season. But yeah, I don't really think I can wrangle them good enough to show them both at once, but yeah, pretty sizable. Knock the camera over. But they are absolutely perfect. Oh yeah, GHI Cinnamon 100% het pied females. But this is another girl I produced a bit ago. I think I already showed her off in a different video, like a holdback video, but this is a female GHI Cinnamon Mojave Spider 100% het pied. This is a super, super cool combo. She actually has 2 different colored eyes. One is black and then one silver that you can kind of see. Yeah, so the black one's on the left and then she has her silver eye on the right. Just something a little cool. I've made another one of these, but it didn't have two different colored eyes. I think they're both black, but still, really, really nice girl. Love her to pieces. This is just one of my favorite, like, Kodam combos. I just think, like, GHI spiders and, you had a few other dark things in there. They just turn out really nice, no matter what they are, really. But here's this girl, doing wonderful. Again, with my pied stuff mainly, I want to keep it to darker genes for the most part, and as low white as possible. Obviously, with this girl having spiders tend to be much higher white pied animals, if not a totally white pied animal, but still, she was just too cool not to hold back and try to see what she can produce later on down the road. But awesome, awesome girl. Alright, next up is my only visual pied male. I've definitely shown this boy off in a couple other videos before, but this is the Mystic Super Mahogany Pied, the Mystic Suma. And this boy is super, super cool. Love his pattern, love his color, love his ratios with the whites and the darks. He's just one of those animals that when you see him, you think, oh, I gotta have him. Add him to whatever, even if you don't have any immediate plans for him, which isn't always the best idea with a male snake, but still. He'll take some time to grow up. He's not the best eater, and he's growing a little slow, but he is still awesome. But still, even if he does take a little additional time, you can't really go wrong with a snake from a project like this. The Super Mahogany Pied stuff, I think, is going to be really, really big in the future. It's just the perfect foundation, really, for getting those darker, lower white pieds going without any risks of kinking or duckbill or the other issues that the 8-ball complex pieds have. And this boy has the added bonus of allegedly being mystic as well, so that is always cool. So, Mystic Super Mahogany Pied. Last two girls I just got in this year. This is a Super Orange Dream Pastel Pied. I got this girl in a trade from Kyle at Kyle's Reptiles. Great guy. Great snake. I'm not the authority with identifying Orange Dream at all, so kind of just taking his word for it that she is in fact a Super OD, but I have no reason to believe she's not. I've done my research with comparisons with similar examples on Morph Market, and I think she's a Super too, but super, super cool at least. I'm sure she'll do awesome over here in a few years' time, but yeah, it's nice to get a little color into the Pied project, even if I want to focus more on the darker combos out there, but can't really go wrong with a snake like this. The only real white on her are these two ringers by her tail, and then, of course, all Pieds have that signature white belly. She is a very, very nice example of what I look for in Pied stuff. Just clean, low white, all around awesome snake. And here we have the final animal in my Pied project, and for this video. I said 6, but there was actually 7. This is actually my final pickup from 2022. I got her a few weeks after I filmed those other two new edition and holdback videos from a couple months ago, but she has been over here this whole time doing absolutely wonderful. And she is a Super Blackhead Pied female from Will at Nusman Reptiles. Paid a pretty penny for her, but she was worth every cent. She is just phenomenal. She looks way better than I expected when I got her. I thought she was going to be a much more dull animal, but she is just packed full of color. with the awesome bronze and coppers all throughout her. And then of course she is extremely low white as well. Pretty much her whole dorsal is pattern, and then just her pied white belly is white. She is a phenomenal animal in every sense of the word, and she's honestly one of the coolest pieds I've ever seen. This is just like one of the premier examples. I'm not really sure what else I want to add to this project to improve it at all, if that's even possible. But I am ecstatic to watch her grow and hopefully develop even more cool colors over here. She looks like she's made out of like some type of metal or wood. Kind of looks like a s'more, really. Like a burnt marshmallow type of vibe, but she is super, super awesome. Cannot say enough good things about her. She's growing great over here. Eats without fail every single time. No issues at all. And yeah, she is just the perfect pied in my opinion. Maybe if we add like banana or something similar, we could make those blacks purple and I don't know. Got some ways down the road to think about what I want to do with her. If we want to keep her on the path of darkness and just keep infusing more and more dark genetics in there, like what a voodoo pied would look like, or add GHI or Cinnamon or something to this, I don't know. But yeah, perfect girl. And of course, to close out the video, we gotta get some sweet B-roll of her as well. But yeah, that is it, folks. That is the Pied project as of early 2023 over here. Let me know what you want to see next, and we'll see you in a few months when I decide to film again. Bye-bye.